Hello, Karen Rohlf here. As promised, I'm here with my live stream, and I might have some barking dogs in the background. Sorry about that. They got all excited. But I am here, and I wanted to talk to you guys again about Remy. Come on, about being and doing with your horses. This is something that I think about all the time. Probably with lots of things other than just Remy. Here they come. With other things other than just horses, but it definitely comes up with horses because they are feeling us. They're feeling how we are being with them, and they're definitely affected by what we're doing with them. Oh, hello. I have some viewers. So when we think about being and doing with our horses, it's kind of like the inner game and the outer game. We're gonna walk a little bit here. So when I think about being with my horse, I think about how I'm feeling that day, just myself. I'm thinking about what kind of energy I project onto my horse, what he's feeling from me, you know, how I am being, the energy, the vibe, the mood I'm in, what's going on in my head. All those things are going to be totally felt by your horse and are going to really affect what's happening. Now, the other things that are going on, there's Sydney, is what I am doing with my horse. So that could be the choices of what exercise I'm doing that day, where I'm riding. I mean, there's so many choices of what we can do with our horses. And often we have a pretty narrow range of what we do with our horses, or we do it in a certain way. So that's something to always consider. So every day you have a choice of how to choose to be with your horse and what to choose to do with your horse. And that's kind of like a yin-yang sort of idea, because you can't really separate them. How you feel and how you're being is going to affect the choices that you make of what to do with your horse. And sometimes the choice of what you choose to do with your horse will affect how you start to feel and what you're being like. So, for example, I mean, I think we all, have experienced that if we have a bad day, it's going to affect the outcome with our horses. But sometimes it happens the other way around too, that we choose to do certain things that make it really challenging to have a good experience and to be happy with our horse, or to be in harmony with our horse. Oh, the light's much better this direction. For example, if you're not, if you haven't educated yourself or gotten the knowledge that you need, let's say I do dressage. Sydney, I do dressage. So let's say a beginner dressage rider hasn't educated themselves, and they watch a tape from the Olympics and they go, oh, canter pirouettes look cool. I think I'll do some canter pirouette stuff. Now, you're going to set yourself up for failure. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to start feeling frustrated. You're going to start being unsuccessful. You have to be, because you chose to do something that wasn't appropriate. So this balance of being and doing is really important. And I find that there's people who love to live in the being part, and they really focus everything on just getting their energy absolutely perfect for their horse and really living in that Zen space in the energetic realm, and focusing a lot on that, which is awesome and it's really important. And if you're really excellent at being, at that inner game, you can actually get some pretty amazing results, even if your skill level isn't as high as it could be. And you've probably seen this, people who just have that magic touch with the horse. Like, I see students like that all the time. They have such a great connection with their horse. They're able to do dressage maneuvers. They have their horse passaging. They don't even know what a passage is. Like, yeah, that's a passage you just trained your horse to do. And it comes from pure willingness of the horse because they're so connected and they enjoy that space of being with their human so much that they try anything. And then there's other people who are really focused on the doing part. Their skill levels are high, their technique is excellent, and those people can often get huge results and success because their skill level is so high that even if their horse doesn't really like them, they can still get a lot of stuff done. So it can be successful whatever balance you have. The question is it really working? Are you getting the results that you want? So it's someone who's just focused on doing can get doing kind of results. They can win the class, they can get over the jump, they can get to a high level. And if they don't really care about being, they might be able to get there, but there might be a piece missing, and it'll probably come back to bite them in the butt at some point. And people who are just lost in the being could be really happy and really successful because they just love the connection with their horse. And if you don't really care how much progress you make, they can be super happy there. But that might bite them in the butt if, like, years, decades go by and they're like, I never did do that next level. I never got to that next stage because they didn't focus enough on the technique, the actual concrete doing part. I need to get a little holder. My arm gets tired holding this up here. Oh, I got a message, a comment. People are tuning in. Yay! Anyway, oops, sorry about that. My call came in. So where was I? So you want to I think that the point I'm trying to make is that you want to try to balance it out, and you want to try to look at where you spend most of your time. Are you thinking about the being stage, the being part, or are you focused on the doing part? And look at the results that you're getting and ask yourself, is this working for me? Am I doing enough to feel successful and make progress? And am I being well enough with my horse that it feels good and I have, you have the harmony that you want? So let's see, what else can I think about this? Or what else can I say about this? When you want to start changing the being part, you're going to have to really look inside. And again, that's the inner game. One way you can start to think about it is pay attention to what you're focusing on, and pay attention to where your attention goes, and pay attention to the language that you're using. I can tell a lot about the being state of a person based on those things. So, you're at a clinic or you're working with your horse. Are you choosing to look at the things that are not working? Are you focusing your attention on every place that you're getting stuck? And when you use your language, what sort of things are coming out of your mouth? So, I suck at this, or my horse is always doing this to me. Those are all windows into your inner game. So listen to yourself, notice what you're paying attention to, notice what catches your attention. When you see other people, are you able to point out 10 things that they're doing wrong, quote unquote, or are you able to see the positive first? So look at yourself, that's all part of the inner game. And for the outer game, it's about knowledge, and it's about skills, and it's about technique. So the doing part requires that you do something and that you pay equal attention to that. How much are you honing your craft? Are you getting eyes on the ground? Are you getting knowledge from somebody else? Are you letting somebody else see what you're doing? Do you pay attention to your choices that you make? Are you always in the arena, always doing the same things? Or are you always random and doing scattered things that the horse can't connect from one moment to the next? So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up. But those are some things that I think are on my mind every single day. I walk out of that house and I go, I have a million choices. I could get this, I could do so well by my horse, or I could totally mess it up. So on the difficult days, I take full responsibility for everything that didn't work. But you know what? On the good days, I also take full responsibility, because I know, like the other day I had oh my gosh, I had one of those rides that's just, you know, like the dream ride. You know, we have good rides, we have bad rides, we have harder ones and easier ones, but you know the rides I mean, where it's like, oh my God, this is like magic. And my overwhelming feeling when I got done was, well, number one, that my horse is just fantastic, but I was left with such a sense of, wow, I'm like really proud of myself, because it felt so precious and it felt so magical that I was really aware of how easy it would have been to totally mess that up. If I had gotten frustrated, if I hadn't stopped exactly each time when I did, if I had chosen to do a different exercise that maybe was harder for him, but you know, I nailed it. I got off the horse, I was like, I nailed that. I asked for exactly what I could ask for. I stayed in harmony. I did the right things, and I had the totally right attitude that I didn't mess up my absolutely fabulous horse, who probably would be that fabulous more days if I got it right like that more of the days. So anyway, welcome to my brain. This is how it's amazing. It's a miracle I am able to leave the house every morning, because I wake up and I start trying to like get in the state of mind. How am I going to be with my horse? And then what am I going to do? Other things I can think of to tell you to help with that is the short form of getting in the being state of mind is to set an intention for the day. And it doesn't have to be a big fancy intention. It can be a word. It can be one word, and sometimes I pick a different word for each horse, but I want to think, you know, patience or enthusiasm or calmness or curiosity or something like that. So there's like one word intention. Don't go nuts. Something you can remember, something you can call upon when you're on that horse. You're like, wait, patience. Remember today, patience. And then again, increase your knowledge, gain the skills and the techniques. And you know, my best advice for that is find someone who's already doing it and learn from them. Their success leaves clues, and you know, if it's someone like me, I'm happy to tell you what I'm doing as much as I can. So anyway, that's it. Take care of your inner and your outer game. Take care of being who you need to be for your horse, and educate yourself so you can make you can have the skills on hand. Be in a state that you'll make excellent choices, and make excellent choices so that you can feel good and be happy with your horse, because they're fabulous. That's it. All right, I'm out, and I will see you again soon. Bye.